Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. So today is 11th of May, and today's the beginning of the week. So we'll start off. We'll look at our charts from the weekly point of view, and then we'll scale down to a lesser time frame. So first of all, let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD is here from the weekly point of view. If you're on this chart now, this is a downtrend. As you can see, we had the price move down. There's this move up, there's a move down, there's a move up, and if you to add, we have the zigzag indicator. You can see that we are actually still downwards. Just a second, let's give it time. So if you attach zigzag to it, you'll be able to see that we are actually still downwards. There is this big move down, and then there's a correction, and there's a big move down. Then just recently we had this correction. Then as I'm speaking now, we expect price to continue to the loss. So if you're on this chart, and this is still very much bearish, the price moved down. We had this big move, there's a retracement, there's a big move down, there's a retracement, and then we're on the last phase of this impulsive wave. So expect price to continue downwards, expect it to continue down most probably up to this point. So basically we do expect price to continue rallying to the lower side up to around 1.05744. On the daily chart, let's see what we have. If we check the daily chart, we have this. There's a shape which is being formed now. From the top we have this one. So this basically just some support. A support here. We have a support here. We have a support here. We have a resistance. We have a resistance here. So if the price bounces off from the lower trend line, expect it to continue up to the upper trend line, where we expect it to either break above or bounce off to the lower side. So since we expect a sell ultimately, we want price to continue up. And then bounce off to the lower side. So this is what could possibly happen. So if the price fails to break above the upper trend line, then we'll look for a sell. If it breaks below the lower trend line, we'll still look for a sell. We expect that sell to take price up to this point. So I hope that makes some sense, that we are still into a sell. We basically want price to give us a good sell signal, but only if it bounces off from this level or if it breaks below the lower trend line. The next symbol, GBP/USD. So GBP/USD, so far we expected a sell. We had a support here previously. We had a resistance here. So we expect price to come back up to this point, then proceed to the upper side. We have this here, a resistance, the entire place. Then we have a support. We have a support. We have a support. We have a support. And we expect to have a support in the future. So should the price come back to the level which we just mentioned, then that will give us the best place to actually look for buy from. We want price to either come back up to this point. The price should come back up to this point, bounce off from this point, head straight to the upper side, or it should break beyond this level and head upwards up to the upper trend line, upper level, which is 1.33024. So we move forward. Let's look at the same chart on a lesser time frame. Daily chart. On the daily chart, there's something else. We also have a shape, and then you also have this place for us. We have a shape there, and then we have this. So these are very good shape formation. This is a contracting wedge formation, very good. We have this here, we have this as a support, we have this as a support, and we have this as a support. So when the price bounced off from this point, we expected it to continue up to this point, where we expect a sell up to the next level. So this is the correct place. If you're on this chart now, expect a sell when the price gets to this point. So simply expect price to move up to this point, where if you pick a sell, expect that sell to take price up to the next support, which is this one. So we'll move forward. We'll move forward to our next symbol. We'll move to USD. So this is upwards. The price is moving to the upper side, but there's a level here where the price must first of all break beyond. This is a very good level. We had a support previously, a support. That's the first break, that's the first retracement. The price continued down, it came back up. So this is the correct place to look for a sell from. If you sell it there, expect price to continue down up to this point. So technically we are looking for a sell, but we want that sell to, we want to trade only when there's a clear signal for that sell. So there was a trend line here which has just been broken. We had a trend line from at this point. It has been broken. If the current day's candle, which is this one, ends up closing below this trend line, then that will be a very good continuation sign. It only means that the price may continue down up to this point. So expect a sell after this pullback. Expect a very good sell. Expect that sell to take price up to this point. So we'll move forward to the next symbol. We'll look at SP500. This is upwards. We had this plunge. There was this massive correction. Then as I'm speaking now, there was this big move up, a correction. There's a move up, there's a correction, and then there's a move up, then you have a correction. And what this means, we are possibly still upward. So anytime the price corrects itself to the lower side, we just expect it to give us a buy signal, then continue buying it up to the next level. So ultimately we expect price to rise up to 3386.2. That means the price must first break beyond this level. So that's simply what that means. The price needs to first of all break beyond this resistance, retrace back to it, and then continue upwards up to the level, which is 3386.2. So we'll move forward. Let's see what we have on our next symbol, Brent oil. Brent oil is somehow upwards. So the previous week's candle, which is this one, closed bullish, but overall the trend is downward. So what this upward moves which we are seeing, the previous week's candle is actually just a correction. So that correction should take price up to this point. So we have some support here which is broken, the first retracement, and then the next candle is attempting to do the same thing. So if the price comes back up to this point, this will give us the correct place where we want to pick a sell from. So basically we simply want the price to come back up to this point. We want the price to pull back up to 35.629. Then we'll look for a sell when the price gets to this point. So simply have your pending sell limits around this zone here. Around this zone, have your pending sell limits, but have your stop loss above the high of this candle, the one which broke below. So we'll have our stop loss above, then we'll have our pending sell limits within the colored area. The last symbol, we look at gold. Gold is upwards. If you attach an indicator, you'll see that this is indeed upwards. We have the Bollinger Bands, this is upwards. We have the alligator, we are still upwards, and then we have the last one, which is ADX. These two is upwards because we have the green one above the red line, and the complete line, which is this one, is actually above 25, which means we have an active uptrend. So on this chart, keep looking for buy positions. Expect price to continue upwards. Most probably should break beyond this shape. We have a shape here, so we expect price to go beyond that shape itself, retrace back, then continue up. This is what could happen. So if the price goes beyond this trend line, the up one, we expect it to continue to the upper side and should break beyond the level which I've mentioned. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. I will meet again tomorrow. So thank you. See you.